Hello again, everyone. Marcus here. I review stuff today. I'm reviewing the song Phantom Limb by the Shins. As always, the song comes to you as a request from one of my viewers. So if you want to be that person to request something, just leave it in the comments. And hey, while you're down there, you might as well like the video, subscribe to the channel. You can also check the description to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, or TikTok. All right, with that said, I haven't heard too much from the Shins before. I think the only song I've done on the channel was not Phantom Limb. I'm doing Phantom Limb today. The only song I've done on the channel was Sleeping Lessons, which I actually liked a whole lot. That song was fantastic. And when I first heard it, I had it on repeat quite a bit, and it's still on my playlist. I listen to it every so often, when it comes on. So, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of their styles so far. I have a very small sample size, although I will say my wife really likes this band as well. She said it was one of her favorite bands, I guess back in 2007 or whenever this was released, whenever they were, I guess, at the height of their popularity. And I think she said that they were one of the bands responsible for kind of getting her into indie pop and indie rock, that kind of thing. So, there's a chance I've heard more of their music because, I'm married to her and she listens to it regularly. But for the most part, I'm pretty sure I'm going into this one with limited knowledge. So I say we jump right in. Again, this is Phantom Limb, the Shins. I did grab the music video. And so, they tend to get blocked on my channel for some reason. So if you don't see the music video here, it's because it got blocked. So anyway, I can at least watch it. Hopefully you guys can too. Let's do it. Phantom Limb, the Shins.
Folding into cars, white girls of the north, file past 151. They are the fabled lambs of Sunday ham, the HS norm, and they could float above the cars in circles as they try. Latent power I know how to keep some hope alive that a girl like I could ever try. So we just skirt the hallway signs, a phantom and a fly. Follow lines and wonder why there's no connection, and we keep rolling eyes and cheap shots from the trial. And we're off to Newmarker's porch again. Another afternoon of the goat head tunes and pilfered booze. We wandered through the mama's house, the milk from the window lights, family portraits circa 95. This is that foreign land with the spirit on tans, and it all feels fine. Be a silk aside. Zombie walking
That was definitely an interesting music video. I'll say that much for sure. Uh, yeah, I mean, just judging from the music video, I honestly was not paying close enough attention to the lyrics. I'm definitely going to need to read them here in a second and think about them because I was just wrapped up in the music video and I'm wondering like what it's about because you see like, what I assume to be like Spanish conquistadors coming and slaughtering indigenous people. You see like a Salem witch trial, burning the witch at the stake, and I'm pretty sure you see like the Dahmer party. I think that's what it was, where they're like, they're dying out there, freezing cold, and having to eat each other, that kind of thing. Um, and so one thing that I'm like, is this song about just like human nature, human violence, that kind of thing? Is it perhaps about like religion and like some of the things that religion has caused people to do? Again, conquistadors spreading Catholicism and things like that. Same with like the Salem witch trials. A lot of that was based on religion. I mean, just shit like that. I'm like, okay, I don't know. I guess we should read the lyrics. So let's jump right in. First and foremost, there is a bit of an about section. It says, according to Mercer, the song is a hypothetical, fictional account of a young lesbian couple in high school dealing with the shitty small town they live in. I would not have guessed that at all based on the music video. Unless, again, maybe I was right about it being about sort of religion and how religion is, again, sort of hindering progress, if you will. Mercer claims that he is referencing to a particular high school named El Dorado High School in the song. However, there are 11 schools with that name, and the northernmost ones are all of almost the same latitude, and all of them are in relatively small towns. Okay, so however, the point is that these girls are breaking the norm there at whatever school they attend. Okay, I guess that's an example of one of the towns. Jesus Christ, that is a small town. All right, so I guess let's look at the lyrics and see if we can kind of get anything from that. Foals in winter coats, white girls of the north, file past 1, 5, and 1. They are the fabled lambs of Sunday ham, the EHS norm. In Christianity, Jesus was the Lamb of God who took away the sins of the world, and his followers, especially children, are often referred to as lambs. Whether the ideal childlike and perfect little lamb of the Christian imagination actually exists or not is a debatable subject. Referring to them as fabled implies, etc., etc. So yeah, again, I'm starting to think more and more that it's about like religion, coupled with the music video and now the explanation from Mercer and now reading the lyrics. I'm like, yeah, I think it might be about just like the oppression caused by Christianity, perhaps. And they could float above the grass in circles if they tried. A latent power I know they hide to keep some hope alive that a girl like I could ever try. So we just skirt the hallway sides, a phantom and a fly. Follow the lines and wonder why there's no connection. A week of rolling eyes and cheap shots from the trite, and we're off to Nemarcus Porch. I don't know what that is. Let's see. Then they are off to Nemarcus Porch again, who was presumably a friend of theirs. Okay, so I guess it's the name of one of their friends. I thought it might have been a reference to something. Another afternoon of the Goathead tunes and the pilfered booze. What exactly is a Goathead tune? Like a devil tune? Like listen to the devil's music, that kind of thing. Again, this is why I'm thinking it is about religion. And again, I can't even listen to some rock and roll without it being like the devil's music, We wander through her mama's house, the milk from a window lights, family portraits circa 95. This is that foreign land with the sprayed on tans, and it all feels fine, be it silk or slime. That's interesting writing. This part I'm not too sure how that connects with, I guess, my reading of it, but I'm like, all right, yeah, we can probably, I'll have to look that one again. I'm gonna click on it, see what this person thinks. There's a feminine overtone to the verse. They begin at their mama's house, perhaps the metaphor. Okay, this person's like thinking about it. Last line here is extremely evocative. Silk and slime are again related to feminine imagery. Are they? All right, whatever. Moving on. I had no idea what this part is about. So when they tap our Monday heads, 2 zombies walk in our stead. This town seems hardly worth the time and will no longer memorize or rhyme. Too far along in our climb, stepping over what now towers to the sky with no connection. Yeah, I mean, in small towns, that those sort of Christian values reign supreme, and it's like, yeah, if you go outside of the norm, for example, if you are, part of the LGBTQ plus community, it's like, well, you're gonna get some looks, you're gonna get probably some harassment and stuff like that, and so yeah, they're essentially just like they're now the soul has been sucked out of them, right? The life has been sucked out of them. They can't express themselves or be who they want to be. And so now walking down the hallway, you see, again, two zombies. There's just two lifeless people who are like, man, this place sucks. And then let's see. So when they tap our Sunday heads, two zombies walk in our stead. This town seems hardly worth the time. I feel like Monday is school. So when they tap our Monday heads, it's like when we get to school, it's like, ugh. And then Sunday is church. So when we get to church, again, we're just going through the motions because this whole religion thing sucks. And we'll no longer memorize or rhyme. Too far along in our crime, stepping over what now towers to the sky with no connection. So yeah, I mean, I'll go ahead and tell you, I always take the genius about sections and lyrical interpretations with a grain of salt, because I often feel like, that's just one person's interpretation. Of course, I interpret it another way, and who's to say who's right or wrong, if you will. More than anything, again, I read this with the music video, with the lyrics, with everything. I read this as sort of a condemnation of Christianity and how that has, again, hindered our progress or caused violence or what have you. So yeah, I think lyrically, I can definitely dig this one. I'm giving it 2 big thumbs up. I think it, on the one hand, kind of tells the story, while having all these pieces, again, the music video, the lyrics, the instrument, everything comes together to just tell a complete story and sort of paint the picture of what the artist is trying to get across, in my opinion, and as far as I can tell. So yeah, I dug that a lot. So 2 thumbs up again for the lyricism. As far as the instrumentation and vocals go, love the vocal style of this guy. I'm guessing James Mercer, who's the vocalist? Let's see. Lead vocals James Mercer. Yeah, I really like his voice, both on this and on Sleeping Lessons. He just has a beautiful voice that is so easy to listen to. And I can see why, if the Shins were successful, I'm not too sure, how popular they ended up being, but I can see why they were, probably pretty successful, and again, why my wife liked him so much. He's got a fantastic voice. Instrumentally, it starts off pretty slow, pretty calm, but I like the very gradual build-up, but by the end of the song, you're kind of jamming out a little bit, right? And I feel like the build-up, it's almost like a blink and you miss it, because it is so subtle that it's like you go back and again compare it to the front of the song. It's like, okay, this is pretty chill. I'm digging this. And by the end, it's like, okay, I'm kind of jamming out to this. And the progression from point A to point B was so subtle that it was just like, oh wow, we're in a different part of the song now. And so it was just a cool listening experience, I feel like. So yeah, this one was really good instrumentally and vocally. I give it 2 big thumbs up. And then as far as replay value goes, yeah, this one's going on the playlist right next to Sleeping Lessons. Really, really enjoyed both of these. And honestly, you guys might be making a Shins fan out of me as well. Because yeah, if they have more songs like this or even better, I mean, yeah, I definitely want to hear more. So definitely give me more requests for these guys in the comments. I'm giving it 2 thumbs up for replay value. Can't wait to listen to it again. As always, thank you so much for whoever requested this one. Probably requested it 2 years ago. I think I checked, and I listened to Sleeping Lessons literally back in 2020. So sorry to keep you waiting, but hopefully you enjoyed the video. As always, if you enjoyed the music, go listen to the artists. Go support them however you can. And of course, if you want to support the channel, just all the normal stuff you do on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment. You can also check the description to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, or TikTok. I'm trying to get more active in those places, so feel free to follow and see what I'm doing there. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. That's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.